Hey guys, what if you just acquired this great permission like the one I'm standing on right now, and you only have a certain amount of time to hunt the property and to see if there's anything there? Well, I'm going to show you a cherry picking program that just may do the job for you. So stay tuned. Hey guys, Scott here from the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com. Check out my website and also check me out over on Patreon. I have a few patrons over there who are pledging their support to me and to help me keep this channel going, and you get full access to me, videos, and everything else over there. There's you can check it out. There's all kinds of different membership tiers you can pledge to. But we're having a lot of fun over there, so if you want to be a patron of mine, please check me out over on Patreon. Today I'm fresh back from the West Coast. I was out at my daughter's wedding on the West Coast over in Oregon, and I went through the redwoods and I seen Bigfoot, and I mean, it was a life-changing event for me. I'm a believer. So here's my shirt. I got a Bigfoot shirt. Anyway, the trip was amazing. I'll show some screenshots here, some pictures of the trip. The redwood forest is absolutely amazing. If you guys ever get a chance to see those kind of trees, you should check it out. It is a life-changing event when you're standing at the base of one of those trees and looking up and how wide those things are. It is amazing. I mean, I'm still in awe about it. I went back and hiked a couple different paths or trails in those forests. I did one in a couple in California. It was just a great trip. So you're seeing some of those photos now, but all in all, I'm glad to be back to the East Coast. I really did like the West Coast. Very picturesque. Coastlines are a lot different. I didn't take a metal detector. Kind of glad I didn't, because everywhere I would have wanted to detect, you couldn't unless you had a permit, and I'm not really sure how to get a permit out there. So, and honestly, I didn't see a lot of people on the beaches. It's pretty cold out there this time of year. It only got into the mid 60s, and I think most of the time I was there, barely broke 60, so it's really weird. You go an hour inland, it's 102, and then you come back out towards the coast, and it's only like 57, 58 degrees. It blows you away. Just a weird setup out there. But anyway, today, let's get back to today. Today I'm going to use the Equinox. I'm going to use it over here in my old permission, my 1817 mansion. This house is under contract, it's getting sold, so I don't have a lot of time left to hunt this property, so I'm going to try it again a couple more times. Last few times I've been here, I really didn't find much, so I'm not sure I'll find anything else today either. But we're going to try a cherry picking program that's based out of the Minelab Equinox book by Andy Sabisch. If you've noticed or watched some of my videos in the past, I've done a couple videos on, well, one video in particular on his coin program that works pretty good. I did a good review of that and slightly adjusted it to my liking. I'm going to do the same today on his cherry picking program. So if you want to follow along on Andy's book, it's over on page 76. Now, I'm not going to plagiarize his book. I mean, I don't like doing that kind of stuff. I could show you exactly what he has in the book, and it's kind of a ripoff to him. But I'll just kind of give you a general rundown of what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up similar to what he has, but I don't like a couple of the things he does. Not that it's wrong, it's just I've used this machine enough now that I know what I want to hear, what I know is a coin and what isn't a coin. So in my permissions, I'm the expert. He's not on my permission, so no dig to him or anything. I'm going to slightly adjust his cherry picking program to my own liking, and I'm going to show you what I've done to actually change the settings and so forth. So stay with me. We're just getting started. Alright guys, anytime I do anything new to the Equinox, like if I try to do a different program, I always like to factory reset it. So I'm going to go in here and hold the power button down for like the first beep, and then you're going to hear another beep, and that's factory preset, FP. So now the machine is all the way back to the beginning, how it was shipped to you, and now we can make fresh, clean changes to the machine without screwing anything up. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up Andy's program with some slight modifications on how to cherry pick a new site. This is good for when you have no time, and you just want to kind of come in and grab the good stuff and hit the road. So all we're doing today is we're gonna put the machine in Park 1, which it already is, and we're gonna change our iron bias. If you go all the way over to the recovery speed option, hold down the setting button till you get to the FE. That's your iron bias. Now he wants you to lower it down to 4. I'm actually going to lower it down to 2. I don't like 4. I think 4 is okay, but I prefer 2. But then he says the recovery speed should be 4. Alright, so to get to the recovery speed, hold the settings button down. It bumps you back out. Now you're down to 5. You're at 5. I'm going to bump it down to 4. I'll leave it at 4 for now. I may go back to 5. Just depends. I know this site very well. It's very trashy, so I may need a little bit more recovery speed. But now he wants you to go into discrimination mode, right? So let's get out of here. Get back to the beginning. All right. So what he wants you to do to discriminate. Now all you got to do is go over to your accept and reject feature. Hopefully you guys can see this with the glare. You know it's horrible. So right now I have 0 to, or -9 to 1 or 2, whatever that is, already rejected out. What we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to move our cursor by hitting the plus button all the way up till we get to the first positive. So we're at 1 right now, which is rejected. We're going to continue rejecting by hitting that check and X button. We're going to keep going. So I got 3 reject, 4 reject, 5 reject, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have a little problem with 10, but I'm going to leave it at 10. I typically would leave 10 accepting, or I would accept it, but I'm going to go by the book here and let it go. Now I want you to jump up to 11 and accept that one, 12, 13, 14. Now, I'm not sure I'm not accepting 14. I've never dug anything that's been good for a coin that's been 14, so I'm getting rid of it, especially in this permission. So then he says he wants you to reject 15, which I will gladly do, 16, 17, and 18. Now, I'm not going to accept 18 because I'm not going to reject 18. I've dug pennies in the 18 range, so we're going to leave 18 and we're going to accept that. Now I want you to go up to 19. We're gonna leave that one. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, all the way up to 36. We're gonna accept. Those are all your coin ranges: silver, clad, Indian head, zincs, all that good stuff. But he wants you to reject 39 and 40. I typically don't do that because I never dig anything 39 or 40 on a coin range. If I see something that high, I usually just blow it off and never do it. But for the sake of this program, we're going to go ahead and just do it. And then that's it. That's his discrimination. That's his cherry picking program in a nutshell, with a couple little bit of modifications. But that's it. Pretty simple. Alright guys, now that we have this thing all set up, the one thing I didn't mention that's not in his book as well is sensitivity. I'm going to leave it at the default, which is 20. I typically don't go any higher than 22 in this machine. I have the 800. So keep it at 20 for now. I possibly could drop it down to like 18, 17, depending on how much chatter I get. I do have an electric fence around here that I'm probably going to hear. So that may play a part in my determination of what I'm going to do. I may have to drop to a single freak. But for the most part, I should be okay in multi-freak here. And I would highly recommend you stay in multi-freak as well. Oh, and I did want to mention that in the beginning of the video, I failed to tell you guys you have to noise cancel and ground balance before you use this program. You should do that every time you set something up for the first time. or in general, if you make any changes to your settings, you should always ground balance and noise cancel. So I just wanted to throw that in there. I didn't forget to do it. I actually did it in my video, or I didn't do it in the video, but I actually did it when I was out here testing it. So I did ground balance, and I did noise cancel with the coil lifted up in the air. I know you guys are going to knock me for that because I've done it so many times without lifting the coil up. So just want to give you that tidbit there, just so you know I'm not crazy. Alright, got a pretty good signal here. Sitting around 19, 20, skipping around a little bit. 21, 22. It's probably going to be a penny, if it is a coin. Alright, we'll mark it right there. Try to dig it. Good, that's a nice plug. I was trying to get sold. Nice to waste a couple more coins, old coins. Right there. Just get enough of it. Just gonna go around a little bit. Let's see the green team. Come over then. For sure. But unfortunately, thought that was it. That was a nail, but it's not. Still could be. Yep, gonna be a nail. Bummer. Well, that explains it jumping around, and maybe if I would have had it at 4, I wouldn't have had. Oh, wait, there's still something else in there. What is this? Could be the other part of the nail that I maybe missed, which I think it is because I can see it. So yeah, here's the other part of the nail. So bigger old rusty nail. Alright, what I'm finding out so far about this cherry picking program is I'm digging signals I probably shouldn't be. Alright, so I'm digging signals that are kind of broken, not solid, not repeatable, sort of repeatable, not really. Every one of these signals I've dug has been a nail, so we're up to like 4 nails. So I think when I hit something that's going to be good, like a coin or something, I'm going to really know it. But for right now, if you dig anything broken, I suspect it's probably going to be a bad signal, or more likely a nail. Alright guys, I finally got my first solid signal. $12, $13. Looks like that could be a coin. That's exciting. Probably modern nickel. Could be a war nickel. Ground super deep here. Or I'm sorry, super soft. I don't see no shimmering of a war nickel, so maybe it's a buffalo. I'll take a buffalo. Or maybe I'll take a piece of wire. Bummer, that sucks. Oh man. Got my hopes up for a piece of wire. It happens. Alright guys, I'm out by the old pool and I finally got a little about 29, good signal here, 29, 28. It's probably something somebody dropped from the pool, but it's pretty clear. And it's only about 3 inches deep, not very deep, so not too optimistic this will be any outstanding find, but just want to kind of give you an example of what it would sound like if you were hunting a site He didn't have a lot of time. Well, what's it gonna be? It's right there. And it's just a piece of crap. Not sure what that is. Looks like a big piece of aluminum or something. So, false alarm on that. Hey guys, I'm wrapping up here at this 1817 mansion using Andy Sabisch's cherry picking program from his book, with a couple tweaks that I've made to my liking. And I'll be honest, I am at a bad permission for this program. So this program you want to use when you're not really sure what you're up against, when there's a bunch of stuff in the ground and you got good signals, and you know this program is going to weed out some of the bad stuff so you can quickly hear those easy targets and dig them up and get your stuff and you're on your way. Since I've been hunting this permission for the last 6 years off and on, I've been the only one to hunt it other than a couple friends of mine here and there. But there's no good targets. Well, there's a couple good targets in the ground left, but man, they're hard to find. And so I struggled today to give you guys some good examples of what this program is supposed to do. I was digging signals I should have been digging. I dug all the signals that kind of sounded broken but still sounded good. They all ended up turning out to be nails. I'll show you here in a second what I got. Don't tune off yet, because I'm going to take you next to a permission or a park where I expect to have more signals, more things that should register in this program that you'd want to dig, and then give you a good example of what that stuff should sound like when you're at a place where there's stuff to get. This place has been hammered, and I'm fully admit it. I have struggled to find anything here for the past 6-7 months. So I come back once in a while because it's very private, very personable. I like this permission. I've always loved coming here. I'm going to be sad to see it go when they finally sell the place, but I understand. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to go to another place, and it might be a bit different day, but this video isn't over, so hang with me. All right, hey guys, we're at another permission. I told you I wanted to come back over and actually get some good signals so you guys could hear what this program is going to sound like for you if you use it. I wanted to point out also that this book, there is an updated version to this book that I'll put in the description of the video. So I have the old version. I'm going to have to get the new version, see what's in that, but I suspect they're just doing some updates because of the updates to the Equinox and the software upgrades and so forth. But just want to make sure you knew that there is a newer version of this book that I don't have, but I'm going off of this one for this cherry picking program. So let's get to it. I'm going to leave everything I had before the same. I'm not changing anything. Hopefully we'll get some good targets over here so you can tell exactly what this program should sound like for you. Alright, so right off the bat, I got a solid 13. I mean, it isn't even jumping one number. Solid. So that's either going to be a nickel or a twist off aluminum cap. So this is unfortunately hard to dig because it used to be part of the parking lot here, but I did get enough out, and look, it's a nickel. Let's get away from this part of the property. Whew. That is tough digging, man. Here's another one of those broken signals. But see the numbers? They're kind of staying in the 30s. So this one could be masked by something down there in the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this one, just because I'm very familiar with this permission, and that could be a very sneaky little silver signal in there that is just getting a little bit masked because maybe there's some a nail or something in there or another target. We're gonna dig it out here and see. It might be down there. Sounds like it. digging. It looks like it might be iron. Could have been fooled again, maybe. I see part of a nail or something here. So that's definitely not good. So hopefully that wasn't everything. It could have been the signal. So it's down there. You can see it right here. Right there. Oh well. I'll double check it, but that's probably what's going to be a big nail. So one thing is for certain, there has not been a broken signal that has been a good signal for this program. So you may not want to dig those broken signals because they're just not panning out. So I think I'm not going to dig any more of them. Probably will. Alright, I think I got a penny signal here. Then again, it's one of those braking signals. $24, $25, it's all over the place. $18, $19, $20. Probably wouldn't dig this for this program, just letting you know, but I'm gonna dig it anyway. I think you're gonna lose out on jewelry with this program. I think you're gonna lose out on mass targets, but again, you're using it because you're up against a time crunch and you want to see if there's anything here, and you're just kind of cherry picking. And there's another nail. So yep, this thing does a real good job of separating out the crappy targets. I mean, now normally that would be a target I would dig all day long, but with this program I'm finding that you don't want to dig those. Finally had a decent 2021 signal, and way down in there was a penny, and I think it's going to be a weedy, so that's a good sign. That worked. I didn't record it because I thought it was going to be junk. But it actually was ringing 2021, 22, and there was a piece of foil in there throwing it off a little bit. So, yeah, I didn't quite video that. Sorry. Here's a real clear 21, 22. Definitely diggable. Gotta dig that one. I just don't want to dig any roots. Sounds like it might be on top. It's so hard to find here. Well, that was not a coin. It looks like a little, maybe part of a buckle or something. No coin. Good signal though. Not sure what that would be. Yep, that's it. Another good 12, 13 solid signal. What did I get here? Is that a buffalo nickel? It is. Haha. It is a buffalo nickel for sure. There is the face front, and then there is the buffalo on the back. Nice. That's a surprise. 12, 13 solid. Alright guys, I want to give you a quick rundown of what I found from the 2 spots that I hunted using this cherry picking program. I'll give you my final thoughts here in a second, but I did dig a few nails, mainly because I was digging those broken signals, which I found out later you do not want to dig broken signals with this program. I did get a bunch of big metal objects at the first permission at my 1817 mansion, but I did find some coins today at this permission, a bunch of nickels, a couple pennies, a couple wheat pennies. This is what I found at the mansion, this I found today. So these are the kind of targets you're going to dig with this program, which you should dig with this program, honestly. And I did get a little Matchbox car. What I was finding though is I was starting to dig a lot of these what we call beaver tails, you know, half a pop tops or whatever, pull tabs. I was listening, I could tell when I was going to dig one of these. I almost knew 100% of the time that I was going to dig one. This sounds a little bit different when you hit a nickel versus a pull tab. And the pull tabs are usually around 11. The nickels are hitting hard around 12 and 13 in this program. So that's just something to think about. I didn't get any other coins. I did get this thing here. But honestly, well, let me give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, let me give you my final thoughts on the cherry picking program. Does it work? Yes, I think it does. I think I clearly demonstrated that it does work. Now, I dug a lot of signals that you shouldn't dig, and I was trying to do that to show you what you shouldn't dig, right? So a lot of those broken signals turn out to be junk, which, you know, it should be in this program. You're looking for the solid, repeatable signals. If you're not digging the broken signals, you're digging a lot less junk. That's just what I'm going to tell you. But it does work. I did find a few coins with it today, and that's kind of why I wanted to show you that when it does hit a coin, it does hit it pretty hard, and you're going to know, and it's going to be a good signal to dig. A couple signals I thought were going to be coins ended up being something different, but that's okay. If you're hunting for relics, you want those signals to be loud and clear and repeatable. So I got a Matchbox car and a couple little things like a knob off of a dresser or whatever. But all in all, I think the program works like it's advertised in the book. I think it's a good program to use if you have a little bit of time and you've never been on a permission before and you just want to find that good stuff right away, or to see if something actually is worth sticking around for. So I would definitely use this program in certain circumstances, not every time. You're going to miss a lot of stuff with this program. I'm just going to be upfront with you. You're probably going to miss a lot of jewelry. You're going to miss mass targets. So it's one of those things, it's trade-off. So it's up to you and what you think you need to do. I've took this on 2 permissions that are pretty hunted out. So I could have taken this to a park to kind of demonstrate a little bit more on the coins. But this time of year, it's really hot and the ground's really hard. And as soon as you put a hole in the ground, it's going to kill the grass. So I don't like doing that at parks, so that's why I didn't go there. But this proved enough of it. I think that you guys get the point of what the program is trying to tell you and what to do. So that's really it for me. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think, if you've used this program before or if you think you're going to use it in the future. Again, pick up Andy's book. This is the book I'm using, but he's got a new one out that has some revised stuff in it, which I'm going to have to get and check out myself. All right? And hey, if you're not over on Patreon checking me out, check me out on Patreon. Be a pledger, be a patron, and you might get some free stuff from me depending on your pledge category. So every little pledge helps keep this channel going, and we can have real conversations over there about anything you want. It doesn't have to be about metal detecting. You have free access to me, or I should say full access to me, and we have a lot of great conversations over there. So that's really all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and remember, Bigfoot is real. See ya!